Hi, Zobble975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox, and today I'm nipping over to Seoul to save Scooby. So this is part of the FO battles. So I interdicted a guy, went to pirate him, he responded with FO, and after the piracy incident he kept returning to attack over and over and over again. By this stage they decided to switch to Biggs. And Scooby found himself 2v1 against them for quite a while as I was trying to switch ships. I originally switched to my Corvette, which would have taken 6 jumps and a refuel stop to get from Bidmere to Seoul, so I grabbed my Anaconda and jumped over here. Now, if you're not aware of what the FO incident is, this is a guy I went to pirate who politely responded with a FO. So, yeah, and then proceeded to attack. So, we had a lot of fights in the evening, and this was a real standout 2v2 bit of combat. So Scooby had been on his own for a while. I turn up, and I'm gonna say I did my part in this one. I come down in the glass cannon that is my Fragaconda, all pacifiers, just an immense amount of DPS, and I proceed to dump DPS into one of their 2 vets. Scooby has been on his own for a while against the 2 of them, but he's been surviving, and he was able to get some banks off, even though there was 2 of them trying to cancel his banks, and yeah, he did really well. I don't know why, but at the start of the fight I forgot I had railguns, so I have switched this out now. I've got 2 small railguns instead of the 1 medium, which kind of seems to be working. Now, for those of you that have been following this incident, you may notice that Skull is in wing but is conspicuously absent. That is Skull Pullion has pulled his usual and gone for a cup of tea, which with Skull can take up to 3 hours. We don't know what he does, but we suspect it's something like this.
Does anyone here speak English? Or even ancient Greek? Water, no, thank you, sir. No, fish make love in it. I'm going to speak. Thank you so much. No, I don't thank you. No, I really don't want. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we are deeply not sure what Skull does when he goes for a cup of tea, but we have sort of said that it might be possibly he nips over to India to fetch the tea, then take it to China, get another blend, then mix them together, and then come back and put them in his teapot. Because my god, his record is like something like 3.5 hours from saying I'm just going to get a cup of tea to returning. I'm like, you can watch Lord of the Rings in the time that Skull's gone. I don't know what it is, but so this ended up meaning this was a good 2v2. So this was one of the fair fights of the night. Which is great, because it's like, yeah, it's 2 bigs versus 2 bigs. They had the advantage in the fact that they jumped in on Scooby and attacked him. What they should have done when I turned up is switch focus to me, because they really made a mistake there, because letting this ship just sit and dump DPS into you. Now I've remembered I've got railguns on cancelling banks as well, but yeah, once you let this ship sit there, the amount of DPS it does is just horrific. As you can see, it just shreds shields quickly. Yeah, so they should have switched target to me, because Scooby is in the like unkillable brick and I'm in the glass cannon, but they continued to target the unkillable brick and left the glass cannon to rip into them. So this worked out really well for us, as you can see from Scooby's point of view. I thought I'd switch to Scooby's point of view on this. Scooby's using his phasing Corvette, which is so the large, the mediums and the smalls are all pulses and bursts that are phasing, and then he has the 2 huge plasmax, which really amp the amount of damage he does up a bit. It's a good fun vet. Yeah, he's used it for a long time and he's very proficient in it, but you know, he's not the greatest PvPer in the world, and he never has said that he is. But you know, he's always a fun opponent to fight against. I've lost every vet fight I've ever had against him, but then my cannon vet hands him a massive buff to those pulses and stuff because of its weird shield setup. So not ideal, but you know, we've had some good fights, and Scooby was quite smug surviving the 2v1 for so long with so little damage, and then able to turn on the last guy. But yeah, so it was, from our point of view, a very successful fight. We managed to kill one of the vets, drive the other one off, and yeah, all in all, we had some really good fun fights with these guys. So GG to them. I don't know why they kept coming back. It was nice in this fight that they didn't just try the cheap tactic of the torpedoes, and they actually went for a good 2v2. And it was nice, really, that Skull was away, Meta Orange hadn't yet turned up, and the good captain was off doing other things, because it meant that it was 2v2. The timing of it worked out really lucky that it actually stayed a nice 2v2 for the whole fight, which was good, because, like, you know, it couldn't have been fun for them all night being bundled by mass numbers. So it was nice that they had one fight that was completely fair. You know, in fact, they were 2v1 for a decent amount of time and had their chance to get some damage in on Scooby before I turned up. But yeah, it was a good fun fight. I'm quite happy with the way my Anaconda performed, though yeah, it is a glass cannon. It does just pump out a ton of damage. I need to finish the engineering on the railguns on it, because I only just switched out the medium for the 2 smalls, and I think I've got to do some of the engineering on some of the replacement gimbal frags, because I've got 2 gimbal frags for effect, and then all the pacifiers with incendiary, which, as you can see, does wonders for enemy shields. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Actually, no, they're all screening shell. Sorry, they're all max DPS screening shell, so it's just all kinetic damage. So yeah, just wade through that resistance with the masses of amount of frag you can dump out quickly. Though it does mean you run out of ammo really, really quickly, as you can see from how much ammo I got left at the end of this fight. Anyway, that's all. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.